Hey y'all, and welcome to PolitiBrawl. My name is Brian, and Trump hands over the mic to this woman whose story will leave you speechless right before he signs this ever-important executive order. Let's dive in.
Come up and say a few words about her daughter, her husband, her family. She's comes from a great family, and they've been fighting this scourge for a long time. Thank you very much, Jackie.
Mr. President, it's an honor to be here today on behalf of our family, my late husband, and all of the other affected families for this important signing on this bipartisan issue. 10 years ago, when our daughter, 18 years old, Victoria, she was 18, she passed away of a drug overdose. We formed the Victoria's Voice Foundation, and the Trump administration was very helpful in passing the CARA Act, which saved many lives back then, bringing out the Narcan. And we're so honored. Well, actually, when my husband passed away, thank you for the phone call and your love and support. Our family loves you, Mr. President. That day, when my sister found out of my husband's passing, she did a line of cocaine that she thought was cocaine, and it was fentanyl. So I lost both of them in the same day, and it's been a very rough time. But it's turned me into more of a fighter to carry on my husband's legacy and the other families' legacies of saving lives. And so I'm turning my pain into passion. And also, on top of this, with the signing of this important the act that you're doing, we are joining with Victoria's Voice is joining with founding fathers, and we're going to start the Angel Army. So we're even growing even more under this Trump administration. Okay. And we're going to spend the rest of our lives doing this. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
That would be very effective.
Thank you for helping me.
That army will be very effective, knowing Jackie. So thank you very much, Jackie. Everyone knows someone touched by the incredible crisis that we've all been watching all over the world. They're watching it. Other countries have the problem. But I don't think there are too many that have it more seriously than us. They come here, they rip us. They rip us so badly, the cartels and all of the others, because we're sort of a rich country, and that's where the money is. So it happens. People say, why is it so much? Because we have money. We're richer than other countries, so they come here more. They take the money like taking candy from a baby. So today, on behalf of all Americans who have lost a loved one to opioids, we renew our vow to liberate America from this horrible plague, and I hope you're going to do a fantastic job. You have no idea how important you are. You have maybe the most important job just about in government. There's nothing more important than what you're doing, so I wish you a lot of luck, and we'll be there to help you all the way along, okay? Once again, I want to thank Congress for passing this important bill and for all the work you've done over the last 2 weeks, all of you. What a job you've all done. It was the congressmen and women and the Senate has been unbelievable. And I'd like to ask, if you want, stand right up here while I sign the bill, and then we're going to get you right back so you can keep passing other bills and make America great again, right? Okay, thank you very much. It's great to have you. Very protected.
You want to make sure it's signed.
People behind you.
And this is not an Autopen, right? That's for sure. That's great. Thank you very much.
I should not be laughing so much because this is such a serious topic, but that last little dig coming out of right field, talking about the Autopen, which is a huge problem, by the way, because the Biden administration quite literally could not dot their I's or cross their T's, and it's going to get some people into a lot of trouble. And a whole lot of them will have deserved it. But that's not the important thing. As much as I love dunking on Joe Biden and going through original sin and realizing just how bad the problem really was, that's not the point here. Okay? This is about one of Donald Trump's perhaps most important, not even pieces of legislation. I believe this is an executive order. But the Stop Fentanyl Act. We have literal areas where zombies, people all geeked out on fentanyl, wandering the streets. I've seen the videos. I've seen people hunched over with that weird hunched over zombie-like position, all because of the ravages of this drug. And something needs to be done. There needs to be teeth. There needs to be something pointed, and it's been a weapon, quite literally, pointed at the very heart of the American people. And it's across all states. It's everywhere. It's hurt rural America. It's destroying the cities, and it isn't nowhere near as bad in the suburbs. But you can hide more problems in the suburbs. You can't in the cities. You can't in rural areas. And people are out there feeling lost. And yet this woman, who had lost so much, has an unusual strength. Not only to carry on, but to organize the fight against fentanyl. That Angel Army. Now that is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think Michael himself would appreciate these angels in his army. But that's what it's going to take in order to get a handle on this problem. Hey, y'all. Experts say they rig the markets, print the money, and manipulate the system. But here's the truth. They can't print gold. While the dollar weakens, physical gold and silver stay real, tangible, uncontrolled. When banks go digital and emergencies lock you out of your own funds, gold and silver won't need an internet connection or government permission. Their value is outside the system, a time-tested insurance policy against tyranny, inflation, and economic resets. So don't wait until the trap is sprung. Own what the elites hoard behind closed doors. Physical gold and silver off the grid, because when the system fails, real money talks. And to help you learn more about owning physical gold and silver, we have partnered with the great company Goldco, which supports this channel, which we deeply appreciate. So check out PolitiBrawlGold.com for more info, and see if you might even qualify for free silver. That's PolitiBrawlGold.com. It's going to take teeth. It's going to take us going after the cartels, take the fight directly to them, instead of the other way around. And we've had past administrations that kind of just plays patty cake with them. All right? The Obama administration, their biggest scandal was something called Operation Fast and Furious, where, as it turns out, they were loaning guns to the cartels. Ugh. You have to wonder, who has been running our government? You've obviously been wondering that question for the past 4 years. And it was something called the PolitiBrawl. I thought it was Jill Biden herself, which she carried a lot of weight, where there were these group of advisors that had been with Joe Biden for decades that were given this untold power. And then under the Obama administration, things got weird with their CIA, the Benghazi scandal, using the IRS to go directly after conservative folks, just because, guess what, they're conservative. We have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. And I just covered the vice president, J.D. Vance, who knows addiction himself. He knows these drug problems. So perhaps that's one of the reasons that Trump went Perhaps that's one of the reasons that Trump went with Vance, is because he understands this problem and he understands the rural applications and ills of this crisis. And that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a deep, ravaging scourge, to quote Trump there. And we need teeth to fight it. Some of the best, you know what, I take it back. I do know one person that I believe had to deal with fentanyl. And she has done actually something similar. She is now a huge advocate and absolutely fantastic at her job. And she is a great person to look up to because she beat her addiction and is now helping others do the same. That's what we need. We need to unleash America's human capital. See, that's the difference between Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats want to throw money at an issue. Well, that's fine. Funding is a good thing, but sometimes a person is going to be better than a dollar. A community is going to be more healthy for you than an extra tax break or a rise on taxes so they can pay for the program. We need to relearn what it takes in order to help each other out again. Fortunately, we see that all across America. For instance, I'm a huge fan of Samaritan's Purse, and they've been at the forefront of dealing with the Helene flood, and of course, I believe they got people out in Texas right now to help clean up after the devastating floods on the Guadalupe River. So Americans can help each other out, but I think it needs to go one step farther. I think we need to really unleash the American people in the right direction. And that is exactly what Donald Trump is doing with this executive order. And I am a firm believer that this is how you make America great again. This, in my opinion, is more important than the big, beautiful bill. But it's rife with all this political strings attached. This, on the other hand, everyone can get behind. Because we need to win this fight against fentanyl. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed that segment here on PolitiBrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Until then, y'all have a good one.